An apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Well, actually, if you look down. Sup everyone, this is Dimitri, and I've run out of ideas, so I'm gonna do what every other YouTuber does in that case. I'm gonna make a tier list. This tier list is gonna be about the best fruit for cutting, but also keeping health and micronutrients in mind. Let's start with apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Well, actually, if you look down at the micronutrient breakdown and I'm using Chronometer for that. Uh, it's something. It's a really handy website. It's probably the best food intake tracker on the market because it also tracks micronutrients. So if we just type down apples, gonna compare everything using 200 grams. So you see, they pretty much contribute nothing. They have quite a bit of fiber, but that's it. So for me, they're in a solid B tier because of the variety and the taste. Alright, let's look at apricots. Now, apricots, they have a bit less fiber, but they pretty much fill up your daily recommended intake for vitamin A, and they have quite a bit of potassium as well. So actually, pretty good. They're going to A tier. Right, bananas, a bodybuilder's favorite fruit. It's not very satiating. It's quite calorie dense. Let's look at the micronutrient breakdown. As you can see, it almost has twice the calories of apricots or apples. Um, and if you look at the breakdown, uh, yep, it has quite a bit of potassium, but not much else worthy of talking about. That being said, a lot of people are deficient in potassium. It's a very important uh, it's a very important micronutrient. So they're gonna go in the B tier for me because they're not just because of the fact that they're not satiating. If I was making a fruit tier list overall, not just for cutting, they would probably be higher. Blackberries. Let's look up at the micronutrient breakdown. So, as you can see, a lot of vitamin C, a lot of vitamin K, uh, quite a fair amount of potassium, a shit ton of fiber. So, and that's a characteristic that you're gonna see with pretty much all berries. So, uh, blackberries, blueberries, cranberries, raspberries, they're all amazing. Uh, so I'm just gonna skip ahead and put them all in S tier because they're tasty. They have a lot of micronutrients, just overall great. Now, cherries, on the other hand, aren't as good. They're they don't have many micronutrients, but they're still very tasty. So I'm gonna put them down into B tier. Now, dates. Dates are awful for cutting. They are extremely calorie dense. They're not full of micronutrients at all. Uh, but they are very tasty, and that is because they have so much sugar. It's actually kind of insane. Let's look at it. 564 calories compared to apples 100 or the bananas 170. Now, you probably won't be able to eat that much. 200 grams is quite a lot, but still, it just goes to show. The reason why they are so calorie dense is because of the way they are prepared. Anything I say about them probably goes for other dried fruit as well. So you can see they have a lot of carbs, some fiber, uh, quite a bit of potassium. That's pretty good, but for cutting, they're just awful. So they're going down into the F tier. Right, pitaya. I'm not too familiar with that fruit, but I've only tried it once, so I'm gonna have to look at the micronutrient breakdown. Alright, it has a bit of fiber, but that's pretty much it. Nothing worthy of notice. So uh, it's kind of tasty. I feel like then it's better than nothing, that's for sure. But it's going down in the D tier because of the lack of micronutrients. Alright, red orange and the regular orange, they're gonna probably be in the same place. Let's look at the breakdown. Yeah, so as you would think, they have a lot of vitamin C, uh, a fair amount of fiber, but not much else of notice. So they are really filling though. That's a pretty good quality for cutting. So they're going down in, or actually up in the A tier. Grapes. Now grapes are full of sugar. You can eat a lot of them really easily. So they're not that great for cutting. Uh, let's look at the breakdown. Yep, they don't have pretty much anything of use except for vitamin K, maybe. So for purposes of cutting, they're going in the C tier, I think. Alright, kiwi. Kiwis are amazing. They're really great. They're really tasty, but getting good ones is a pretty big issue. Looking at the breakdown, a fair amount of fiber, the most vitamin C we've seen among any other fruit so far, a lot of vitamin K, some copper, quite a bit of potassium as well. That's really good. Yeah, so overall, just S tier after the berries, because berries are awesome as well. Uh, a lemon and lime, you're probably not going to be actually eating those fruits, but they do have a lot of vitamin C and they're great for tasting and they're great for improving taste of something like a tea or just making even flavored water or whatever. For their utility, they're gonna go in the B tier. Alright, mangoes. I freaking love mangoes. They're extremely delicious. Let's look at the breakdown. So, not a whole lot of fiber, quite a bit of vitamin A and vitamin C, but overall not that great, to be honest. So, I'm gonna put them in the bottom of A tier because they're they're overall kind of lackluster. Alright, peaches. Let's look at the breakdown. So as you can see, kind of lackluster. Not a whole lot of fiber as well. Uh, Even less than apples. So yeah, they have to go in the C tier. They are really delicious, but they're really lackluster in terms of micronutrients. Right, pears. If I recall correctly, they're gonna be pretty much like apples. Let's see. Yep, like I said, pretty much the same thing. Apples are more delicious in my opinion. That there's a bigger variety of them, so they're gonna go in the B tier below apples. All right, pineapple, the fruit I eat every day, uh, because it's pretty easy to get them ripe. They're delicious. They have utility in flavoring tea, which I drink often as well. Uh, uh, and they have a lot of vitamin C as well. Let's look at the breakdown. A lot of vitamin C, quite a bit of manganese, Not a whole much else, to be honest, but they are extremely delicious and they have utility in flavoring drinks. So I'm gonna put them into A tier. As much as I love them, uh, they're not as great as berries or kiwis. Alright, plums. Not a fruit I eat that often. So let's look. Yep, quite lackluster. So they're gonna go in B tier. Actually, no, they're gonna go in C tier. Uh, yeah, that's the right place for them. Alright, pomegranate. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm not sure. Uh, let's look at the breakdown. So quite a bit of fiber, a small amount of vitamin C and K, not much else, and also they're a bitch to eat uh, because of the seeds. They're gonna, which actually might be a good thing for cutting because it's gonna extend the time that you need to eat them, thus making you more full. So because of that, they're gonna go in top C tier. All right, and watermelon, probably the least calorie dense fruit of all. But they don't have a lot of micronutrients as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, the only notable micronutrient is vitamin A, uh, but it's still not that much. Uh, but they are really calorie low cal. As I said, only 60 calories per 200 grams. 200 grams is quite a little though. When I eat them, I usually eat about 400 grams or so. So let's take a look from if that changes anything. Uh, yeah, that would pretty much fill up your vitamin A. So going back to the tier list, for the utility for cutting and the fact that they're very low cal, they're gonna go at the top of the B tier. Alright, so looking at the tier list for the last time, I don't think I would change anything. Everything is in the right place. Uh, Apricots deserve the place at the top of A tier because of the vitamin A, which, if you're not eating carrots or some such, or you're not supplementing with it, you're likely to be deficient in. Uh, Pineapples deserve to go right after them, I think. Then oranges, because of their satiety effect. Then mangoes. The thing that you should keep in mind is that this is my subjective opinion, though it is based on facts, and the different taste preferences might change and skew this tier list quite a bit. And also, you should remember that eating some fruit is better than eating no fruit at all. So, if you like pomegranate but don't like anything else, even though it's in the C tier, you should still eat them. Same goes for peaches. Same goes for pears. Even though they're not as good as something else, they're better than nothing. That's for sure. Hopefully that was helpful. Good luck on your fitness journey. Follow me on Instagrams, like and subscribe. See ya.